So in June 2022, me and my partner went traveling to the United States. All of a sudden, I start to feel a huge amount of pressure in my head. And all of a sudden, I noticed while driving that I could see double.
And I said, okay, James, we have to get this checked. This is not normal.
I got a call from the surgical optometrist telling me that it was a tumor in my head. Hung up and then just kind of sat there for a minute, started crying.
When you hear brain tumor, as a mother, your heart just sinks.
And I thought I'm probably going to die in the next 10 to 20 years.
He had a very complex skull-based tumor wrapping around his carotid artery, the main highway of blood to the brain.
It looks like it's about 6 feet tall, but it's actually, millimeters. But in a space that tight, that can have a huge impact. It was a chondrosarcoma, which is a very rare type, especially in somebody of James's age.
If you didn't treat it, this tumor will consistently grow and eventually would cause a deterioration in his neurological function, quality of life, and eventually it would take his life.
So in December of 2022, James went in for the surgery that went through his nose.
And they were going to cut her off the piece around the tumor that was tied around my artery, as well as whatever else that they could get.
James just kind of took it as par for the course. They're going to have to operate on me for 15, 16 hours. I'm going to be asleep anyway. And I said, yeah, but Dad and I are going to be awake for that 15, 16 hours, and we'll be terrified. It was undoubtedly the longest day of our life.
After the first resective surgery through the nose, we were able to get approximately 70 to 75% of the tumor out.
Afterwards, he didn't have to go to the intensive care unit. James was up walking the next day, drinking, eating. He did really, really well. I believe we went home after about 4 or 5 days, right before Christmas.
I'm taking all the slices, slice by slice, to show what was there before the endoscopic resection and what did we remove.
That's unbelievable, really. When you first showed us that around the carotid artery, I never thought you were going to be able to get rid of that. They were able to get out 90% of the tumor, tiny little bit left.
Now the treatment plan is to refer him to our radiation oncology department, and my colleagues there will implement a targeted radiation therapy.
Then it should stop growing, and hopefully I won't have to worry about it for the rest of my life.
We are so incredibly grateful.
For me, it's so gratifying and humbling, the face of James and his parents when I share the good news. I think this is for me the most important.
They've given us our child. They've given James a second chance at his life.
He saved my life, and I don't really know how to thank him with all of the work that he did for me, and saving my life.